Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Jason with Jadren Aquatics. Thanks for hanging out with me in the fish room. So today it's finally time to do another fish room tour. A big reason is because so much has changed in my fish room. I have changed so many tanks, moved so many things over, moved them into different tanks, got tons and tons and tons of new fish that it's almost like a brand new fish room. So if you've seen any of the fish room tours that I've done in a while, this one is completely different. But before we get started on this amazing fish room tour, I want to give you guys an opportunity for something so that you can have this amazing set of stickers and that you can also help out the channel. And this is what it is. So many of you guys have probably heard me talking about before the channel stickers that I do for people. Now all these stickers I do for people for free. I give them 30 stickers. If you know a channel that needs them, or if you have a channel that wants them, I just need you to email me and I'll get you 30 of these things made and sent out to you. But I keep I keep a bunch of every single one of them, and I create entire sets of these. So right now I have a set of about 150. I think almost everything is here. There might be 10 or so that are missing. There's a few doubles that are on here, but I just wanted to show you guys how cool this is to have all these just in one area. I think it might be cool maybe to make one of these and like put it like as a tank background. I just thought that might be kind of cool. And so this is the actual set right here. These things are 2x2s. You can see how thick the set is right now. It's just tons and tons and tons and tons of these. If you guys are interested in getting these, if you would, just click on that join button down below, and that allows you to become a member of my channel. It's only $4.99 to do this. So as you can probably understand, I'm not making any money off of doing this between what it takes me to print them and what it's going to actually take me to ship them and to get them to you, especially to you guys that are outside of the country. It's going to cost a lot more than that. But I want to be able to help some of these channels so you guys can see them and you can go out there and you can subscribe to them also and find out some of the other amazing content that's out there, because there's some amazing FishTube channels that are out there. So again, if you guys would love to help me, I would really appreciate it. Just click on that join button down below that's right there by the subscribe button, and you will easily be signed up for it. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's go around, and I'm going to show you guys tank by tank everything that's going in here. We have over 90 tanks now, and we just surpassed 2,000 gallons of water in the fish room. And I know I said it before, we're maxed out, but I think we're maxed out. If we're not, we're going to have to start hanging aquariums from the ceiling. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's go check them out. Alright, first thing we have started off with, this is a 40-gallon breeder. Also, one of the things is I finally took the time and I went through and I fixed all my labels down here for fish that I've lost or fish that I've added. When I have so many fish, sometimes I forget what they're called. So this allows me to see what they are. So I finally got all those fixed. Okay, so in this tank, we have Colombian red blue tetras. We've also got some 3-spot gouramis. Then down in the bottom we've got some peppered cories. And then there's a few tiger loaches that are running in through here also, kind of back in the back. If you guys are enjoying this video, be sure and click that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already and you want to see a lot of really cool, amazing fish rooms just like these, be sure and click that subscribe button so you'll know when I have new videos coming out. Alright, second tank we have, these are Plecos Rainbows. It's another 40-gallon breeder. We've also got, these are called candy cane tetras. There are also some Wapaga Rainbowfish, kind of these smaller looking ones you see swimming around here. And there's also, there's some Bozemanai, not rainbows, but Bozemanai cories that are in here, but they stay hidden pretty well, along with some butterfly Plecostomuses that I also have. Next 40-gallon breeder, this is just the grow out tank I have for my angelfish. If you guys have seen this in other videos, it usually has a ton more in here, but I traded quite a few of them into my local fish store to pick up all these new barbs and tetras that I have that I'm working on breeding. All right, here we got another 40-gallon breeder. We've got a black angelfish in here. That's a black angelfish that I actually got from one of my subscribers, Fish Out of Water. I bought a bunch of them from him. I had multiple ones pair off that I still have. This one had a pair, but the other one died for some unknown reason. So he is just in here alone. We've also got some Ruminos Tetras. We've got some gold Prostella Tetras. We've got some albino Cories. There's some regular just brown bristlenose that are in here. There's one bloodfin tetra. He doesn't belong in here. I put him in here by accident when I was sorting out all my tetras. But he's a nightmare to catch. And then I've also got some rasboras back here. These are ones that are actually supposed to be like purple, but I don't know, they just look kind of like the red ones to me. All right, next tank, another 40-gallon breeder. In here we've got some gold barbs. We've got some, let's see, we've got an electric blue acara, and there's a small one in here also. We've got a bunch of curviceps cichlids. That's what that guy right there is. And what's kind of weird is this curviceps cichlid right here, he or she, I don't know how to tell the difference yet, has been guarding this spot for 3 weeks and has never had a partner, and there's never been any eggs. So I have no idea why he's or she is guarding this spot so crazily. If any of you guys have any ideas, I'm not terribly familiar with cichlids other than angelfish, so I don't really understand their tendencies, but that just to me seems kind of weird. A bunch of plecos in here. We've got some long fin lemon spot bristlenose. We've got multiple cories. We've got some CW082s. That right there is actually a rust cory. The CW082s are back there in the back. Those guys are pretty big, like twice the size of the other ones. We've also got some Odessa barbs here. These are ones I bought as little tiny fry, and these things grow like crazy. Let's see. This is kind of becoming a little bit of my barb tank. Whenever I get barbs, get them to breed, then I'll move them into here. There's also some cherry barbs. You can kind of see one back there in the back corner. There's a couple of them. And then there's also a Borrelia Apistogramma pair that's in here. I just saw them a second ago. Oh, there's one of them right there. That's their little cave they go into, so that's why that one's hanging around there. This one again, another 40-gallon breeder. If you guys haven't noticed yet, 40-gallon breeder is becoming my favorite tank. I just like the depth and the footprint of it. You can get a lot more fish in there. I'm terrible at aquascaping, as you can tell by this terrible looking tank. And so it's just kind of easy just to throw a bunch of stuff in there and give it some type of somewhat natural look. Okay, so in this tank, we have got, we've got some Hillstream loaches. One just swam off there a second ago. We've got some Apistogrammas. That's cockatoides. We've got some orange lasers. I had quite a few of those in here, but I moved some of them out. I've got them in a different tank that I'm trying to breed them. And so the 2 or 3 that are still in here are ones that I just absolutely could not catch. We've got some beautiful looking cardinals back there. These guys right here are brilliant rasboras. And then also among them, you'll see kind of a smaller fish. That is a gold tetra. There's 2 or 3 of those guys together. From what I understand about these guys, that bright kind of goldness you see on them only comes from something that they actually eat in the wild. So when you get these guys to have fry, they apparently don't look anything like the adults because they're not consuming whatever it is to cause that color. We've also got some Matea cories in here. We've got some, I think 3 or 4 leopard plecos that I've had Some of my oldest fish, probably about 3 years now. Again, the fish room is only a little over 3 years old now. I think I've got 3 or 4 of those. I think I might try to pull those out eventually and actually try to see if I can't get those guys to spawn in a spawning tank. There's a Hillstream Loach right there on the glass. Okay, now we've got, these are I got 4 20-gallon longs that are stacked together. In here, I've just got a random assortment of mutt guppies. These are ones that I had out at my pond last year. I decided just to throw all those guys in here. Don't really know what I'm doing with them. There's also some white spin eye cories in here, probably a dozen of them. A lot of my tanks, you'll see a lot of shrimp like you do here. These are neocardinas. I've got them in all sorts of colors of the rainbow. It's definitely a Skittles mix of these things. Threw them in here at one time and they just went crazy, so I kind of started putting them in all my tanks. In here, in that cave right there, I've got some longfin Calico Plecostomus. I think there's another one over there kind of behind it. I think they're about to breed. If not, he might already actually be on eggs. There's also a really beautiful blue Pinot Pleco in here, but as much as you're seeing him right now is as much as I get to see him. This guy's like a typical beautiful Pleco. He just stays hidden absolutely all the time. All right, another 20-gallon long. This tank just constantly stays like a little bit cloudy. I even cleaned the, I think this is when I cleaned the filter. Maybe I didn't clean the sponge filter. Usually when I clean the sponge filter, it cleans up a little bit, but whatever. Again, you can see in most of my tanks, I'm just overrun in duckweed. I've cleaned so much duckweed up lately. I kid you not, I bet you I throw away 4 to 5 pounds of duckweed a week. 4 to 5 pounds a week. It's crazy. I hate it. I mean, I absolutely hate it. Even when I take down a tank and clean it all up, it's like 2 or 3 little pieces still happen to get in there. So I don't know. That's a rant for another day. These guys right here, these are some smaller red-tailed goodeids that I just got for breeding purposes. These guys get 2 or 3 times this size. There's quite a few Plecostomus in here that have been breeding. They're albinos. And then there's actually one back there who's got quite a bit of super red in him, if you see him back there in the cave. So most of these albinos that I have in here probably have some super red gene in them also. There's also some honey gouramis. I've only got 3 in here right now. The other ones are actually have them in a tank breeding right now. You'll see those guys a little bit later. And as you see, just like in the other tanks, there are shrimp all over the place. I know a lot of you guys are probably looking at this grass stuff and going, Jason, why don't you trim that grass back so it looks nicer? I don't know. I like have so many things to do as it is that the trimming of grass in my tank is like last priority. All right, in this tank, this is another tank that just stays kind of a weird cloudy look all the time. Now this one I know I cleaned the filter, the sponge filter out, or at least I think I did. God, I'm getting old. I can't remember. 90-something tanks, I don't remember what I've cleaned and what I haven't cleaned. Okay, so this one has a 3 super red adults in it. Yeah, as you can see, there's a bunch of fry that are in here. These guys have babies absolutely all the time. There's also some red sailfin Venezuela cories that are running around in here. I think these breed really, really well because this tank is so high that the fish can't ever see me. And so I think they feel a lot more secure. I've got some cories that I've been trying to breed, and I think because there's just so much traffic by their tanks all the time, they just don't feel secure enough to actually breed. And again, you'll see there's tons of neocardina shrimp that are running around in here also. All right, there you go, guys. There is part 1 of the fish room tour. I'm gonna break this up into multiple parts because to get through 90-something tanks is gonna take a while, and I don't wanna make a 30-minute video because I know whenever I see a 30 minutes on a video, like I just can't do it. It's just like, it's too much commitment for me. So you guys got any questions or comments, be sure and leave them down below. So thanks again, guys, and God bless.